So how do you design a life? Here's the thing. In order to design any kind of life, you actually have to start living. How is that? We are all living. Well, the majority of people, they are living to survive. So they drain their energy with anxiety, with fear. They are stressed about past and future situations. And so there's no room and there's no energy for planning. So let's pause right now. Let's think and write down, what do we actually like? In order to design any life, we need to know what we want. And that is a hard question. Even though it seems very easy, most people don't even know what they want. So let's write down what we want. I want to have a life full of love, happiness. I want to have my ideal job. I want to have a happy family. What do I want? And this is the most important thing. How will you feel when you have that life? What kind of feelings are similar or the result of that life? Once I have the dream job, I will feel grateful. Once I find the love of my life, I would feel love. I will feel peace, joy, happiness, positive feelings. I love Joe Dispenza. He's author and I love his books. And in one of his books, he actually says that we can create a mind movie, a movie in our heads, of how our ideal life would be. And we can see that movie and watch it in our heads every single day. And our mind will start to feel familiar to those emotions, those feelings, and those scenes of the movie. And it will actually start creating the things. And our mind movie will actually happen in real life. And next, we need to write down what we do not want. So this is very important. It's not just about writing what we want and how is our ideal life, but also writing down what we do not want. We need to be as specific as possible. So I don't want to have a job that it's going to take me the whole day and a job that is not going to let me enjoy my family. I don't want a job that is behind a desk because I like to travel. What do I do not want? Let's write that down. What feelings do you don't want to feel? We wrote down the positive feelings. Now we have to write down the negative feelings. What feelings you do not want? And usually those feelings are the ones you are having right now. So you want to stop having them. I want to stop feeling stressful because I didn't achieve this. Or I want to stop feeling pain or anger or grief or sadness, depression, whatever feeling is that we're having right now. So now that we know the feelings that we want, the feelings that we do not want, we need to set goals. We need to have our main goal, okay? But there are 3 kinds of goals that we are going to have. We need the personal, the spiritual, and the professional. So we need to have goals in those 3 areas of our lives. And those 3 goals need to synchronize. They need to be able to come to one, okay? They all need to have similar, or they all need to relate to the other goal. People usually want things like power, money, wealth, fame, to be able to travel. But as you can see, those are material goals. Those are static goals, meaning that they won't make you feel anything. We talked about feelings and emotions early on. So you need to have spiritual goals or inner goals, because those are the goals or are the things that are going to make you happy and fulfilled. Wealth is not going to make you happy, is not going to fulfill you. And that is the problem with most people, and they never seem to find happiness. So we need to use the material goals as a mean to find the spiritual goals, okay? But not as the end. It's a mistake to see money as the end. I want to have money. And then what? Once I have the money, what? Money is not the end. Money is a vehicle to get to the point where I will be joyful, happy, grateful, whatever. In order to do that, we need to start practicing. We need to start designing our lives right now, today, with what we have. People always want to wait in order to be happy, in order to design their lives. Once I get my new job, I will be happy, or my life will start to change. What happens if that new job never comes? You will never be happy. You will never be able to design your life. Mistake. Start designing your life and start enjoying your life today with what you have. Next, we have 3 main goals. We need to add sub-goals, meaning that, for example, our main goal is in 5 years. I want to be financially free in 5 years. The sub-goals are goals more specific, shorter times. For example, what am I going to do in the next year, in the next month, this week, to achieve my main goal? Okay, so we need to go from main goal to more specific goals, and we need to be able to accomplish those goals one by one. We need to set dates, because if we don't set dates, we are never going to achieve those goals. We will want to start tomorrow. And the next thing is we need to measure our progress. What can't be measured can't be controlled. And what can't be controlled can't be improved. One thing that is really important in doing this is stop trying to copy someone else's life. You won't have them because the circumstances are different. Your potential is different from theirs. That doesn't mean that you cannot have the most great life you can possibly have. It's just that we are all different, and if we just go and admire other people and want to copy them and have their lives, we will lose track of who we really are and our identity. And we will never explore our potential, okay? The ideal life needs growth. We need to grow as a person, as an individual in all of the areas of our lives in order to achieve something. And for us to grow, we need to have knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge will give you conscious. And a knowledgeable person is a conscious person, okay? And that are the most successful people. Really true people and complete people, okay? Complete in all the areas of their lives. So more growth means more possibilities. In more possibilities, you expand your horizon and you start to find out things that you don't even know that you like, that you don't even know they existed. The problem when small people or not knowledgeable people design their lives as they are right now is that they don't have enough knowledge and they don't know how many possibilities are available to them. If you are in a point where you need to design your life because you are not happy and you're fulfilled, it's because you are doing something wrong. Otherwise, your life would be complete by now. And how do we know that something is not right? We need to analyze our pattern, our thoughts, our behaviors, our habits. And those mainly are wrong. So it is very important to start practicing every single day the thoughts that pop into your head, the negative thoughts or the limiting thoughts that are not letting you do something, the bad habits that are making you live in autopilot and are not making you think, and the behaviors that are producing negative emotions. Start changing your wording in order to start changing your thoughts. The next thing is your habits. A habit is something that you do unconsciously. You have the habit of waking up from the left side of the room, of your bed, and grab your phone and open up Instagram and go to the shower. That is your habit. What if we change that? What if we practice waking up from the other side of the bed so that we can start being more conscious about waking up? What if we practice breathing or stretching or go for a walk before going to the shower? What if we change our routine, our bad habits? We will start creating new positive habits that will give us a better life. So in our sub goals, if we said that in a week, we want to be able to go to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week, we need to change our habits. And then we need to start changing our emotions and our behaviors. Okay, I'm feeling stressed right now, or I'm feeling angry at my boss because he said this to me. Instead of being angry at him, I need to change that emotion because that anger is going to stay with me for the rest of my day. So you can have any life. You cannot have exactly Oprah's life because you cannot be Oprah, but you can have a successful career just like her. But in order to have that successful career, we need to understand what's behind her. What are her drives? What are her purposes? What are her thoughts? What are her habits that make her achieve that kind of success? So we can copy what's inside, but not just copy. Let's say we can get inspired and we can try to do what she's doing on her inside in order to have positive outside or results. So the conclusion here is that you can have any life. The problem is inside of you. The problem are our bad habits, our limitations, and our negative behaviors. So we can start shaping those things and actually increase our knowledge and be able to design the life that's better for us. So let's start changing ourselves, our inner selves, in order to start changing our circumstances, and we will be able to design the best positive life that we could ever have.